Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs, and today I want to go over the 3 reasons why I think it's not the right time in 2021 to build a new home. It has been a crazy couple of years in a lot of different industries, and real estate is no exception. Inventory is extremely low, and buyers far outpace the number of homes on the market. So it seems like no matter the house, no matter the condition, no matter the area, it is selling for multiple offers in one day and usually over asking price. So that would lead you to believe really your only option is to build your own home to get what you want in the area that you want. But there are a few things that you really need to take into consideration because this decision can really impact you for years to come. So the first reason why I don't think you should be building in 2021 is the material costs have gone out of control. Many of the components that go into the house, whether it's PVC drain lines, asphalt shingles, lumber might be the worst of the bunch. All of these have increased substantially. Now, if you're talking to a builder right now, what you do need to understand is what kind of contract are they proposing? Is this going to be a fixed price contract where they're going to quote you out how much it's going to cost for what you want, and then you can lock in that price and start the build? That's awesome. If the price is within your budget, I would lock that in. In that case, I might actually build in 2021. But many of the contractors that you're going to deal with are going to do a cost plus contract. And that simply means that they're going to pass on the cost of materials to you, plus some overhead charge and profit charge for their business. Now, if I was the builder, I would do cost plus pricing. But as the homeowner, this is a lot of risk that you're taking on yourself. And I think one of the biggest challenges, if you've seen your friends build houses in the last few years, they might have had the similar contract and it didn't turn out bad. The house got done, it got done for about the same prices. Maybe they went a little over because they picked some nicer finishes on the cabinets or higher end finishes throughout the home. But the markets are very unstable right now, so the pricing of materials is going up substantially. Now, could it come down by the time you build? Yes, but there is a lot of risk there, which could add 20, 30, 40, 50,000 or more on top of the cost of the home. So if you were trying to build a $300,000 house, you got under contract. Obviously, it's going to take some time to get the builder free to start building your house. You got to get the permits in place. You have to start digging out the foundation and putting the foundation in. By the time you start building, the cost of the materials when it's ordered could be substantially over the estimates. Remember, in this kind of cost plus contract, you probably just have estimates, not quotes. That's just an estimation of the cost. And because your contract is cost plus, your material costs are going to go up to what the costs are that day. Now, I dove much deeper into the lumber market and how to see some of these prices. And the link for that video is right here if you want to dive deeper into that. But just in general, 2 years ago, a 2x4, 8 foot long, which would be a very common component of your walls and other framing within your house, was somewhere in the $2 range. Usually $2.50, maybe $2.25, maybe $2.75. But right now, if I look today, Home Depot has it at $8 per 8 foot long 2x4. Lowe's has it a little bit higher at about $8.40 per 8 foot 2x4. And Menards, a big home improvement store in my area, without their 11% discount, what they often do, has it all the way in the $11 range. And they seem to adjust a little bit faster to the market prices. And this is because just in the 1 month since I did that video on the lumber prices, the price for lumber on the Chicago Board of Trade has went up another 70%. Kind of unprecedented. So it's really hard to know what's going to happen with these markets because things that we just simply haven't seen before are happening. Number one, why I would be uneasy and not recommend building in 2021 is the price of materials. Number two, because of all the supply chain disruptions, there are a lot of different products that are simply not available or on back order. So you could start building your house and you want a certain vanity or you want a certain light fixture or whatever detail of your home that you really were sold on in the catalogs and the pictures and the floor plans. It simply might not be available. So you have to go back and pick something different that you maybe not love, or it's going to be a trade-off. So throughout the build process, one, I think there's going to be the speed bumps in there to slow things down from availability of materials. And two, I think there's going to be more trade-offs than usual just from the availability of materials. If you were to wait another 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, at least the supply chains for these materials should be stable where you can at least get what you want and you don't have to make all those trade-offs. Number two is just really the challenge in terms of availability of the products to build your house. And then finally, number three is just the lack of mobility. I think it is an advantage right now to be a renter. So if your job changes or you need to move across the country or just change your living situation to make sure that you're earning a good income, having that mobility to get out of your lease or just to end your lease and move across the country with no large additional cost is a huge advantage. Now, if you build right now with the increased material cost, a little bit increased labor cost, your home price is going to be really at the top of the market, really the highest home prices that we've ever seen in most markets. So if there is any weakness in the real estate market in 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years when you decide to sell, there could be a big challenge. A lot of people don't understand if you build a house for $300,000 and then you need to sell the house and your asking price is $300,000, don't forget there's a lot of cost associated to selling the house. You have a 6% realtor commission in most markets. That's 3% for the buying agent, 3% for the selling agent. You have closing costs that might be anywhere from $1,500 to $3,500. You're probably going to have to do some form of repairs or requests from that future buyer. So those costs can really subtract from the price that you got as an offer price on your home. And now all of a sudden you might be underwater on your house and you either have to come out of pocket with that money or you have to do a short sale where the bank agrees to sell the property for less than what is owed. And that is not a good situation. This was not uncommon in the downturn in 2007, 2008. I know when the market is super hot, it just doesn't seem like home prices could ever depreciate, could ever go down, but they absolutely can. And it is something you need to take into account when you're making that decision, should I build a new home? So that's just my take. I would not build in 2021. Really in priority order. First, material costs are absolutely insane right now. Number two, just availability and just the ease of building something, getting everything you want. Availability of materials and products is challenging right now. And the third is the lack of mobility. Once you build that house and lock in, you're probably going to want to stay there for a very long time to make sure that you're able to build equity within your house. Hopefully that helped. If you guys have any other comments or concerns, go down in the comment section, let me know. If you guys have a different take, I want to hear that as well. I do fully understand that when you purchase a house for your family, that's a very personal decision. It's just for your situation. So my feedback is just really in general what I'm seeing. It's not necessarily exactly to your situation, which could have a lot more factors that you're trying to take into consideration. And before you take off, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have multiple videos coming out per week to help you around the house with your repair and improvement projects. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.